Welcome back. It is the Flow Friday Sports Show here on Flow FM. And it's time for us to talk about Sunraysia Netball. Ouyen Kangas, they're getting their campaign underway this weekend. And joining me on the line from the club to talk all about the league is Caitlin Vine. Caitlin, great to be back with you. How are you?
Thanks. Good to be back. Yeah, very excited. Time for the Kangas to hit the court.
Yeah, I'm sure you've got excitement running through your veins because it's going to be a big year. That is for sure. And we had a big start to the year. So let's talk all about round one. And the first game we'll talk about is Irimple's big win over Robinvale Euston. I'm not sure that many people saw this coming as far as the manner of the result goes, Caitlin.
Yeah, very interesting round this week. Some big scores and some big margins. So Ouyen A grade came out on top against Robinvale 61-38. So a big score for both teams, really. 38 goals is a lot of goals, but 61 to come away with the win. Ouyen was good to see. Ouyen certainly were competitive last year, but a very young team. So it looks like they've consolidated that and really gelled and are having a really good win.
Well, one of the other teams that I floated would be up there again this year is Mildura, and they made no guessing games about the way they started. A comprehensive 57-29 win against Imperials. Would you have been disappointed seeing this effort from Imperials against Mildura?
No real surprises there. If you look at those scores, they're pretty consistent with something we would have seen in 2023. So no surprises there. Good to see that Mildura are still very strong. Imperials got some work to do, but it is only the first round, so we can't be too harsh.
Fair enough. Redcliffe's getting absolutely smoked by Wentworth, who did this one easy, 78-31. I guess there's no letting down with Wentworth as far as when their sort of era of dominance might come to an end, Caitlin, at least as far as the round one result is concerned.
It is crazy. I'd love to know if there's anything else like it, in any other league across Victoria, South Australia. They are so consistent. I think certainly since we came into the SFNL, they have had a few changes in their team. But certainly the last few years, the names and the faces are very consistent. So they're very lucky as a club to be able to keep players playing and in those positions, and that certainly helps them be so strong. They know each other. They're a very close-knit group, and obviously that shows with a score like 78 in their first game. Pretty sensational. Redcliffe, always a underdogs Redcliffe, and as I mentioned last week, they've got some new people leading them this year, so there's lots of exciting things coming their way, and I definitely don't think they should be disappointed with that score. Just a tough one to get out of the way first.
In the Sunraysia League, do we get many sort of transfer merry-go-rounds? Because we've been talking about the fact that we've seen that in New South Wales this year, which has allowed some clubs that have sort of historically struggled to be really competitive this far into the year. So is it perhaps going to take something like that to get Wentworth in a position where they're not dominating every week? Yeah,
you do certainly see it. Not heaps, but there are people that move around when circumstances change. But yeah, maybe that is what it would take, fresh blood in there to change it up. But I don't know. They're still a relatively young side, a few of them, so I think that they've got a lot of success to come.
Well, let's not blow too much smoke up them because it's only round one, Caitlin. And talking about three very one-sided results, we'll speak about the close game, and that was South Mildura getting a very narrow loss in against Mobine, 32-30 in the end. So the home side prevailing and the only the away side prevailing, I should say, and the only away side to win last weekend. What did you make of that result?
Yeah, again, pretty consistent with last year. South and Mobine were those two sort of teams that sat just below or just in the four last year. Very competitive, but just seem to have those sort of really tight games. So it's interesting. Yeah, no real surprises from round one, but not to say that there won't be a lot of surprises to come.
Ouyen United with a bye, and we'll take a look at this weekend. A lot of great games coming up. We best start with your mob. So, Caitlin, a very big game for Ouyen United. It will be against South Mildura. You'll be very, very confident after a strong off-season.
Yeah, look, always nervous going into the first round, and in true Ouyen style, we do have a few of our key players out for the first round, with a few being away. But looking forward to going up against South Mildura. We have a really good relationship with this club. We love having a really good hit out with them, but also enjoy their company off the court. So it should be a really good day. Blackburn Park's looking fresh. We've had a mini facelift as we prepare for some bigger work, hopefully in the near future. So feeling fresh, looking fresh, and hopefully get a win.
Caitlin, we've also got Mobeen taking on Mildura. I assume the away side will get up in this one.
Yeah, I think Mildura will get a nice win there.
And Imperials, they have the very tough assignment of entertaining Wentworth. How do they go about this one? How do you negate them or try to?
It's really tough. You have to just go in and think that they're just a team, and not get too far into your own head about it. All you can do is go out and play smart netball and have a real good crack.
Redcliffe's play Irimple, and this one will be somewhat of a dogfight, I would assume, Caitlin.
Yeah, I think this could be one of the matches of the round. I'd love to see Redcliffe get a first win early, but I think Irimple might get this one.
Caitlin Vine, that's where we'll leave it. Thanks so much for your time. Good luck with your first game this weekend, and we'll speak to you next week.
Thank you. Go Kangas.